for a long time, because my mom and my godmother is also like white and Italian, so they really didn't know what to do with me per se. Like my father wasn't always present in my life, so they didn't know what to do with my curls. They didn't know what to do with like when you get that black ring around your neck. They didn't know what to do with all that. They thought I was dirty, and it was just like, no, I just have dark pigments on my on my back, and like that's just how it is. Or like putting me out in the sun and be like, oh, you don't need sunblock because you're black, like things like that. So I think that I internalized that a lot when I was younger. My family from down south would make fun of me because I talk like a proper white girl. For a long time, I was just like, oh no, I'm only half black, or I'm only like a quarter black. And it wasn't until like when I had my children, I'm like, I'm just black. Like, it doesn't matter what I look like to myself. When I go out into the world, I'm perceived as black. It doesn't matter. To cops, I'm black. To like anybody who feels away, I'm black. I'm not light enough to be white people. Even like with my family who is Hispanic, they're like, you're too black. You're not Puerto Rican because you're too black. So I think I had a lot of those things happen to me when I was younger. Even my godmother is like pretty well up there in age, and she's kind of like, I'm not racist because I love you. And I'm just like, or you should just explain to white people why you're mad. And I'm like, it's not an explanation anymore. We're done educating here. Thanks. But I also recognize that she comes from a totally different generation of people than I did, right? And so for a long time, I kind of was taught to put my hair back off my face, either straighten my hair or keep it braided off my face. And although they've never said like to explicitly hate your skin, like you're beautiful no matter what you are, but you're not gonna act like those ghetto people, or you're not gonna do this because that looks ghetto. And so it's always like this idea of ghetto-ness with black women, of like, oh, if you have bright colors on, you're ghetto. If you have color in your hair, you're ghetto. If you have weave, you're ghetto. And so I think that inherently like influenced how I lived my life for a long time. But in 2013, I decided like all that was garbage, and that I am black, I am mixed, have very different parts of my life, and my children are also a reflection of that, right? And like I would never tell my daughter like, oh, you can't put color illustrations in here. Do what you want. If it makes you happy, whatever. And so I think that once I become a parent, it really shifted my mindset from what I thought blackness was, or what I thought how black women should conduct themselves, to like now I'm a mom, and if my daughter wants to put bright pink sneakers on and blue hair, then so be it, because you're a kid and you can do what you want. And so I think that I have break myself out of that. And actually the one way that actually really helped is that I went on this natural hair journey. And I realized that on YouTube there wasn't a lot of like natural hair people that had hair texture like mine. I was like, okay, well that's strange. It's like if you have really, really coily hair, then that's what natural hair looks like. And I'm like, well, I don't have that. I have waves or whatever. And as I was looking through YouTube, I realized that it was very like just one-sided. It wasn't a lot of mixed chicks can't have natural hair because you naturally have natural hair. You don't perm your hair because you're mixed. It's not true. Like my parents used to perm my hair all the time because they didn't know what to do with my curls. And so with all of that being said, I think that the woman that I am today is directly linked to my motherhood. Like my children make me be the best black woman I could be because that's what my children see. Like my daughter thinks I'm a ballerina. My son thinks I'm a dragon named Cupcake. And you know, like my kids have this really different version of what I think I look like. They tell me. Like if I put on too much makeup, my daughter's like, where you going with that? Or if I don't do my hair, my daughter's like, you're not gonna, you ain't gonna do your hair, like, you know. So they keep me in check, and they keep me like, or when I do something like I don't have any makeup on or my hair is crazy, they'll just tell me, Mommy, you look so pretty today. Just like, okay. So it really just depends on my kids' mood, but they keep me in check often. And I think that moving forward, I've like learned to observe the world around me, and especially because I've had influential black people in my life like Mo and everybody else who's just so proud of their blackness that it makes me be like, okay, like this is not something to hate. This is not something to feel awkward about. I have like 1,000,005 different inheritance of like who I am, like between Native, being black, being from Barbados, being from all these different places. I think that because I'm not just one thing, it makes us inherently different. So yeah.